the Giles Family Adventure. Say hello, Tristan.
Say hi.
This is Tristan. This is my mum. Her name's Carol. And I'm Hayley. And we're with Avril again from yesterday. Lily, Freddie and Molly. And we're at the Quinces... Millie and Lily, yeah. We're at the Quinces Honey Farm today. So we're going to have a look around here and see what they have to offer. We've been here once before, me and Lily. Say hello, Lily.
I think we go in over there. I think.
Yeah, so we're just going to go in the entrance just over there. There's a little shop as well. So let's head in now. There's a bird of prey up there, flying around. Some little beehives here as well, and tree stumps. I'm here. Mummy's here. Oh! Hold on to the pram, baby. Tristan, hold the pram. Hold the pram. That's it, good boy.
Oh, wow. My big baby in the pram. Sorry, I was stand by me. I just heard that song on the radio.
On the TV in the car, were you?
Boys. You booked online?
Yes, we booked online.
What did you buy? I thought it was a season ticket. Is that what you needed?
Probably not. We probably spent too much money.
Yeah.
Season ticket would probably imply you coming more than once.
Oh yeah.
In there? Wow. It's a shop and restaurant. Yeah, so like a bee. Yeah. We're just going to look in the shop first. That's where we are first. Right, let's get the tickets out ready. I'm just trying a bit of honey.
Try some?
Can I read the sign behind you?
Sorry?
Just the prices. That's it. Thank you. Is it nice honey?
Really, is that?
Should we try some more later?
Put it in the bin then.
Have a look at the shop a bit. Yeah, beekeepers. So it's 10:30 now and the beekeeping demonstration's just started, so we're just going to head over there first. There's a bum.
Yeah, on the right.
I think we should have left the pram behind.
Seats like last time. Do you remember? Yeah.
The porridge.
Yeah!
Oh, wristband wallet. Yeah.
Wristband, we've got the wristbands here. Not on our wrists yet.
The porridge, what you got last time, yeah? Hey, you kept growing.
No.
Bees! I don't know if we were at
Bees! Do you want to see? I'll pick you up in a minute. Bees.
When I grow up, I want to be bees and
They're big and they're rectangular. British hives are called nationals. They're cubes and much smaller. We like the American ones for display purposes because these big, thick gloves are quite hard to move around in. So it makes it much easier for me. And what would normally be inside there is a liquid, sugary, syrupy substance. It's just water and sugar melted together, okay? Reserve, okay. Last year, they barely made any honey. It was such a bad summer, awful winter. You can see here, there's a hole just there, sticky substance. They stick everything down with. They'll even stick predators into their hives. Talk about, say, a hornet. A hornet manages to get inside the hive. It's really, really big. The bees manage to kill it. The box is called the super box, and this is where all the honey is stored, okay? There's no honey in there at the moment because it's too early. The bees have only just started emerging last week, okay? But what there is in between these two boxes, there's a piece of metal. That metal makes the girls go up, the boys can go up, but the queen, she's too big, she can't go up there. That means she can't lay her eggs in here. So when it comes to taking honey, I can take these frames out, and I know 99% of the time there's no baby bees, because the last thing you want to do is take a teaspoon of honey and crunch down on a baby bee. Probably not delicious. I mean, it might be. That might be the new thing, but it's not very nice, is it? So, that is a man-made thing. Bees would normally lay their eggs and have their honey all in one place together. But this just makes it much easier for us to harvest, much safer for the bees, much safer for the queen. So here we are. We've got all of our bees. I don't even need to blow this across really. And just scatter it across like this. There we go. So this is the metal grid. It's called the queen excluder. Oh, we're recording now. That doesn't matter. This is the screen that I was talking about, where all the girls and the boys can fit through, but the queen can't. She's got a big bum. She can't fit through all those tiny gaps. That means she stays downstairs. She's kept downstairs. This bottom box here is called the brood box. This is where it's all happening at the moment. You can see all the bees there. Very nice, very healthy, these bees. It's a nice number in the colony. I bet you guys can't guess how many bees can be inside a single hive in the height of summer. It's in the thousands. Have a little think. 70,000 bees inside one hive. We have 1,500 hives at Quinces Honey Farm. If anyone is a math whiz, I know it's in the millions, and there's a 7 in there somewhere, but I failed maths 3 times, so that's as good as you get. That's alright. Now, they're all spread across the hive, okay? That means they're warm. It means they're happy at the moment. If they were cold, they'd all be clung together like emperor penguins trying to keep warm. Now, should we get on and open up the frame, guys? Let's see the good groovy stuff, shall we? The first frame is always the trickiest, because it's the tightest, squeezed in. The trick with beekeeping is to be nice and slow and gentle. You want to keep calm, because otherwise that's when they start to get upset. Here we go. First frame coming out. Da-da. Here we are, guys. This is our first frame. Let me come round so I can see what you're looking at. Share you a bit better. Here we are. So look at all this. This is honey. So these empty hexagons here, you might be able to see. They've got a liquid inside. That liquid is nectar. That's getting changed into honey. You can see the bees have got their heads in the hexagons. Thumbs up. And once they create the honey, they store it. They cap over the hexagon with this white substance, this white wax. That stores the honey and keeps the honey good forever. Now, I can see a boy bee. He's crawling along. There, he's got a big bum. Look at that big black bum, he's got big black eyes. That is a boy bee. That is a drone bee. Okay? I will tell you a bit more about the drone bees a little later. There we are. Let's get on to the next one. As you start to get into the middle, you find more activity, more building.
We left the beekeeping demo a bit early because Tristan was being a bit too noisy. He's just not very good at staying still. He gets very bored very easily. So we'll go back in there and have a look again later when the demonstration's over and look at all the bees and hives and read the signs and all that kind of stuff. But there's a little play area here, like a little mud kitchen. This wasn't here the last time we came. We were here about 2 years ago. So there's a little bit here that Tristan can play in. So we're just going to bring him in here because he'll be much happier here playing in this bit. Tractor!
Water off, hang on. Out of the way, so Nan doesn't flick it all over you. Go on then. Get on. Yeah, tractor. Can you pedal it? Put your feet on the pedals. Ready?
It's probably supposed to be over there, Mum, on the track.
Oh, the pink one, yeah.
Gonna go inside for a bit, get warm. You coming, baby? There's nothing to attach it to because the hook's gone from the tractor. You coming? Come on, let's go. Borage seeds.
Oh yeah,
borage.
Oh, borage.
Borage.
On this side we have in the centre our wax room, and on the far side is our frame making room. Now this is where a lot of the magic happens. In our bottling room, that's where we bottle up all of our wonderful, wonderful bits of honey. We have a lovely labelling room part over there, where we'll label all that honey. Fantastic fact about it, although the honey lasts forever, is that we have to put an expiry date on there, which makes no sense, but there you go. Now, with it, we do have lots of working rooms to help us make lovely things like our candles, and use that wax for really important things. Now, beeswax itself is very, very versatile. It can be used in all sorts of different things. Any ideas what beeswax can be used for? Yes. Candles. I have no idea where you got that idea from, but yes, candles is a good one. Any others? Bees, yeah, the bees use them, exactly. The bees use them to store all of that wonderful honey. Bees don't make the soap, no, we make the soap, but that's another one. Soap is a good one, yes. Moisturising, that's it, that's a good one. We've got all sorts of things we can do with beeswax. Who here likes Haribo sweets? Yeah, 3% beeswax in there. It is edible. It's used in lots of food preserves. But with that in mind, today we are making a candle. Don't go home and start eating it. It's far better to burn. And that lovely smell in this room is our beeswax. In the other room it's the honey. Here it's the beeswax. And we can use it for lots of things. We have furniture polish, that's a good one. We use it for wooden furniture polish. We do lots and lots of different things in our wax room when we make it. But the majority of our wax actually goes back into the frames that we put back into our hives. So from the extraction, we bring all of those frames into our frame making room. We'll sand them down, clean them up, whatever needs to be done. We'll put a thin wire several times through our frame, and we'll put on this stuff. This is what we call foundation wax. And how we make it is we melt down that wax, we put it through some rollers, and we create these lovely sheets, and we'll cut them to place and put them back in. And it's a good reason that we put them back into our lovely hives, and that's because bees take about 10 times the amount of energy to create wax than it is to make honey. Now, how much honey do you think a bee makes in its whole lifetime? The idea is, let's have a show of hands. Who thinks maybe a teaspoon's worth? Yeah? A tablespoon's worth. Excuse me. A jar of honey?
No.
Yeah? A big blue barrel full of honey? A shed full of honey? A castle full of honey with all the moats and lots? Am I going a bit too far now? I think I am. Well, the reality is that a bee makes a lot less than all of that. They actually make 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey.
Wow, each bee.
It's 12 bees to make a teaspoon. You've just tried hundreds of bees' life's work just over in the other room there. Now bear in mind, in a hive you can get up to 80,000 bees in there. And during their lifetime, there will be a small point where they will have to do the foraging for that nectar, and it's only about a week to 2 weeks, so there's very little time that the bees actually make that honey. But they do produce around 5 times the amount than they can ever possibly eat. So, although that's being said and done, our lovely bees take a lot more to make the wax. So we put in our foundations, they'll build that wax back out, they'll store the lovely honey in it, they'll put a lovely white layer of wax over the top, and when we go and extract it, we end up with about 2 to 3 times the amount of wax than we originally put in. And with it, we use it for all sorts of things. We can use it for our furniture polishes, our moisturisers, lip balms, hand creams, soap. I take little bits like this home with me, and I use them on my surfboard because I go surfing. And it's a good grip. And it can be used in things like musical instruments. Anyone plays the violin, it can be used instead of the resin on there. Anyone play the didgeridoo, that thing that goes blah, 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 blah. That thing, you can use a little bit of beeswax on the top instead of resin as well. It is used in so many different things. It's a waterproofing agent. You can put it on your clothes and keep nice and dry from the rain. You can put it on your tents if you're down here on holiday. And with a week that's coming up, you probably need a little bit of beeswax on there. Now, it's all very useful in many different ways, and lots of those things that I said about, you can buy in our shop. Rubbish at selling things. Also the honey's shop, yay! But other than that, we can make lots and lots of candles, and candles are really easy to make. We can make hand roll candles, which I'll show you how to do in a minute. We can make dipped candles like this one. We get lots of wicks on frames, we dip them over and over again into hot wax, builds up layers, and you get something like a dipped candle. We can get really large solid candles through moulds and things. You can change those moulds and make all sorts of wonderful things like our lovely little toad here. Looks like in here. Any ideas what this is? It's a mould. What's the thing inside? Yes. Letter A. Okay. We go for B. Just A. A candle. It is definitely a candle. I'll give you that one. It is. Yes. A beam? Well, it's in fact a little teddy bear. There you are. You can make all sorts through your silicone molds. All you need to do is fill it up with wax, put a little wire over the top and bring that lovely wick all the way through, and you'll end up with something that you can let set and open up. And you'll end up with something beautiful like that. But we are here for the hand-rolled candles. You can roll your candles with me today. I'm just going to show you how to do them first. Now, over in the shop, we sell lovely candle rolling kits, yes. And if you do happen to get one of those, you're going to need a heat source. I've got these lovely heat sources here, they're my hot plates. They're called hot plates because they are sort of lukewarm at the moment, but they can break really quite easily. He says that he can't break a piece of wax. There we go. Now, with that in mind, they're quite solid, but when applied by a little bit of heat, they go nice and floppy. And this is perfect for rolling our candle. All we're going to need is a board, a bit of wax, and one more ingredient. What's that? The wick, that's it. Now this is 100% braided cotton wick. We make this by ordering it online. Now, with it, it's very simple to do. We've got hexagons already printed in there from our rolling to create the foundation wax. We can use this as a measurement when we are rolling our candles. We want to go about 1 hexagon down, get the edge of your wick and gently push it into the top. And what that will do is create the base of your candle. We're going to make the bottom first. We want to make sure that wick runs all the way through, so when it burns down, it'll go all the way to the very bottom. So we'll place it on one side, bring it over to the other, nice and straight, and give it a little gentle press in that bit as well. From there, you want to use the warmth in your fingers and your thumbs, and just run it across, and really hold that wick into place. Now that is the perfect wick placement. Very simple to do. Now if you push too hard, for the next bit you might have to bring up from the bottom and take your wax off of your board, but we're going to take this very top bit and we are going to bring it over our wick. We're going to make a tiny wick sandwich if you like, and this is going to be the centre of our candle. Now at this point, we're just going to gently push down and round it off. And once we're there, follow the line and just roll it all the way up. Now, I've made that one badly on purpose. So, I can show you how to fix it. Now, when we get to this very end part here, and it's all rolled up, you're going to have a little bit of a lip. So, instead of just leaving it like that, because when you light it, it'll start to come undone. And that, in this business, is what we call a fire hazard. We don't want any of those. So we're just going to use the warmth in our fingers and thumbs again, and just smooth over the top, interlocking all that wax together and creating a seamless seam that won't come apart. Now, you have to check, does it stand up nice and straight?
It did.
Does that work?
A minute.
Look. You don't want you to set up to your front knees or whatever it is. So, at this point, you are going to do something that we call sealing the candle. At the base here, I've rolled it slightly wrong.
Wait, no, don't pick it up. Hang on, Nana, make it. And we take it home, yeah?
Push it down.
I know, I am, Hayley, I'm just starting it off.
Good job. It's hot. Yeah, it's lovely.
Hang on, baby. Hang on, Nana's just starting.
Yeah, we make one in a minute.
Yeah, it's real wax, beeswax.
And why is it so sticky?
Because it's warm. Because it's warm.
Like it's melted. The heat warms it up so it melts it. Then there we go, Freddie. Look, you've got your
Look at Nana. What Nana doing? Nana making
birthday candles. What's that, Mum? Happy birthday.
Fancy to you.
Yeah, what's she made?
I made it, Karen.
Dances the bees do. You should ask him.
We had one and a duck.
Smarties.
Oh, that's a good idea. There you go, Quincy. Thank
The
you.
little purple flower.
And the bluebell. Can you see his bottom? He's collecting the bee honey.
she's falling over another one. Hello, so that was the end of our trip to the honey farm. We didn't do everything, we kind of missed something and the kids weren't very good at staying still for the tour. So Mum and Avril, you did the tour, didn't you?
Yeah.
And we took the kids to the soft play because it was a bit easier for them there. Sorry. So you're finished, aren't you? You've got a chocolate lolly. Is that Tristan? Say hi.
Bye.
Nana. Bye. Right, we're going to say goodbye to Avril and Lily and everyone at their car. And then we're going to go home. So just say goodbye. Right, everyone want to say goodbye to the vlog. Say bye YouTube. See you next time.
See you later.
It's a rabbit. Oh, I suppose it's Easter. Right, say bye children. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye Lily.
Bye. We're all off for a nap
Avril.
now. We're tired.
Oh, you lazy people. Well, I don't get to nap. So yeah, that's the end of our trip to the honey farm. I'm not sure what we're going to do next, but we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Say bye, Nana.
Bye.
Bye. Say bye, Tristan. Wave. Bye.
Bye.